I was going to start there. What's the Japanese word for hello?
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, is it?
Isn't it?
Konnichiwa.
It is konnichiwa.
Yeah. Sayonara.
You don't need to put the stank on it though. The
Well,
accent.
I didn't. Konnichiwa.
You didn't. You did.
You
did the A's. In case anybody didn't know.
It's not a racist thing. It's not. It's the same as if you were ordering something in a French restaurant. You'd never order a croissant. How would you order it as a croissant?
Croissant.
Can I have a croissant?
Croissant.
Say the word croissant in anything other than a French
I don't
accent.
actually put that much stank in it. You know, like if I was to order one in real life, I was like, "Can I have a croissant?" I don't go croissant.
No, you don't. You don't go. Can I have a croissant?
I don't.
That doesn't make any because they wouldn't know what the fuck you were talking about.
They wouldn't know what I'm
You say
talking about.
croissant.
No.
Yes, you do.
Do you say Barcelona?
No, I don't say Barcelona because that's not how it's pronounced.
Ryanair flight to Barcelona.
But no, you definitely say croissant. I'm not saying a fucking French. I'm not going in going, hey, my God, can you have a croissant?
Two big garlic cloves hanging around your neck.
I'm not surrendering the minute I go into the fucking patisserie. But
God, this patisserie stinks.
I do. I was on the bill this weekend with Ignacio Lopez.
Yeah.
And he was telling us that because Gary Little was on as well, and Gary Little does a routine where he mentions chorizo.
Okay.
And it's chorizo. But I refuse to do that either.
Yeah, okay, right.
Because chorizo's...
Yeah.
The other thing that really fucks me is how would... So I'll spell out the word.
Okay.
And you say how you say it. So Chipotle. Like the sauce.
Chipotle.
Right, that's the correct one. How did you figure that out?
What?
Have you always known it as Chipotle?
Aye,
You've never called it Chipotle?
No, I never called it Chipotle.
I've gone Chipotle, and then someone said, you're pronouncing that wrong, but didn't tell me what it was.
Oh, right. Well,
and then I started calling it Chipotle.
Chipotle. Give me a Chipotle sauce. Couple of jalapenos and that Chipotle sauce.
Jalapenos.
Couple of jalapenos and some Chipotle. So, did you know my brother used to call tarantulas tarantulas?
Oh, really?
He still gets angry. I bring it up because he was like 4.
Yeah.
Or what was the other one? Michelangelo instead of Michelangelo.
What the fuck?
Michelangelo painted the
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
Oh
yeah.
How's your week been?
Oh, great! This is the baldest I've been. I've bought something new.
Oh God!
I bought. No, I don't know if you've known this, but
please say it's like that Veep stuff that women use in their legs.
Nah. So you get like I bought it off Amazon, right? Because I've been using, like a hair trimmer with no
guard,
just no guard, just go fuck it, right? Like, and who was it? Craig Hill. And
a very bald man.
Craig Hill and Ricketts, another very bald
man.
This is ages ago. They were talking to me about. They were like, you just need clippers. He goes, you'll not have lived until you got this fucking thing. And then I was like, all right, I'll get one sure when I get paid for Australia or something like that. And I bought one, and it's like one of those things you see people just rubbing their head. It's a shaver, but it's got like nine circular. So
it's like
my God, I am bald. This is bald as I've ever been.
Does it really work?
Oh, I am. Look at that for a slap head. Look at that.
It's horrible,
isn't it? I kind of been sitting all morning going,
those weird fucking hairless cats. That's what your head looks like now.
Yeah,
feels like that as well.
You can see the skin moving.
So it's like there's a film that's got like a machine that's like a big cruncher like that. It looks like one of those. Does it just pulse on your head and cuts all the?
It doesn't really pulse. Actually, I can feel it kind of slightly tugging, which I didn't.
Why don't you have like? Have you ever had like a cutthroat shave on your head, like Turkish barber just going town with you on
They're so close. They're like, that'll never grow again.
Aye.
With the sides.
Aye. I'm
at that stage of bald when my hair grows more. I look balder.
Yeah. Have you ever considered, because you've still got stuff around the side? Do you remember in the Carry On films, a dude called Bernard Breslau? He had like that proper monk shit going on where it's just bald on the top and then real hair around the side. You ever consider that? The Willie Thorne kind of look.
Like Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah, that. You ever,
his is a bit less.
you ever consider that?
No, I think that would look insane.
So do you...
I would probably go out too because I have curly hair.
Yeah. Krusty the Clown's kind of like that.
I would go Krusty.
Yeah, Krusty, yeah. Do bald men, do you all get together and chat about bald stuff?
It's happened.
a wee gang.
Me, Craig, and Ricketts.
Do you have a group?
I'm pretty safe.
Yeah, what's that
imagine baldies.
Profile pictures just Kojak. The ultimate bald man.
Like one of
Telly
those.
Savalas.
You know, one of those pictures of like, usually it's when someone dies, like Diana and Paddington and the Queen, and they're right up in the clouds. It's just loads of bald dudes. It's like Jason Statham, Don Rickles,
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns. Like Don Rickles or like
I know.
It's an odd one to come out of. John Malkovich, Stanley Tucci. I would agree. I would follow whatever Stanley Tucci says.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Yeah. So it was Craig and Ricketts that gave you
It was
this.
Craig and Ricketts. And you know what? Who else was there? This is like a couple of months ago.
Right, wait a minute. When you say there, is this genuinely a meet-up?
No, we were at a gig. We were in the Laughter House in Liverpool.
Right.
So Chris Cairns was there too.
He's a bald,
so
bald
I'm
man.
not sure if Chris was there.
Chris Cairns, big fan of the podcast.
Yeah, I think Chris might have been there for like. Do you know what? We were down. I was doing that thing. Craig Hill was on the same gig. Kai turned up with Ricketts to watch
Kai,
it was a fight. Do you know what
Kai
it was?
will be bald fairly soon.
It was ages ago. It was Francis Ngannou Fury fight.
Also bald.
Or it wasn't Fury. It was Fury fight.
Yeah, Ngannou,
Also
bald.
Ngannou's not bald.
Fury's bald.
Fury is bald.
Fury's bald, yeah.
Fury's a bald.
Right, so all of the bald lads
Chris would
got
have
to
been
meet
there
up to watch the Gypsy Bald.
Yeah.
Right, the Gypsy Bald King.
We all went to, and now when I think about it, it was me, Ricketts, Chris Cairns, Craig Hill, all watching a Tyson Fury.
I still look like a
The Tyson Fury fight.
A lot of people putting their thumbs up at the same time.
Mass. whole fucking. We were sitting front row too.
Fucking hell, it's the Minions.
We were sitting front row as well. But, downstairs, because they changed the venue into the match. So like people in behind must have been like, "Fuck, that's a lot." And then just Kai on his way.
With the Laughter House showing this.
Aye.
On a big screen. All right, I didn't
I've
realize.
watched a couple of fights. I happened to be on fight nights there.
I've seen football there, but I've never seen.
Yeah, gig went out and they just pulled them down the.
And was it busy?
Aye. That was way busier for the. I was there for the other time. Was the Smith and Eubanks fight? Was it? Remember Eubanks Jr. and some dude from some local guy was fighting.
So I'm assuming they turn like. They can't have the stage lights on because those darting off all you. Your bonsies would have been like a fucking U2 laser show.
The sphere. Yeah. Light hitting off one of those fucking little globes. Disco balls. Globes. Little globes.
Right. So
that's my week.
So you were all sitting there watching the
bald, bald on bald action.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. They were like, nah, you get one of them things, they're much easier. And I was like, I kept it in my mind, and only now I have a splash. Fucking thing got lost and everything too in the post. The Amazon dude was like, I'll be here tomorrow. I go, you don't know how much I need this.
Christ almighty here, man.
he was like, I didn't leave it out in time in case someone stole it. I go, nobody's going to steal this.
Yeah. Is it battery powered? Or is it mains?
You can charge it.
Oh, you can charge
No,
it.
you're some mains anymore. You don't have them anymore. You have to stay beside plugs to shave your head.
It's diesel. It's got his own tank. You can fucking
coal.
Start the thing.
Shoveling coal into it.
Oh Christ, that's funny as fuck. I would bald on bald.
I feel like I would never be able to do it like they do in the movies with axle grease and a knife. You see them doing like what film is it when he Pitch Black?
I've never seen Pitch Black.
You fucking dick.
Nah.
It's one of my favorite films.
So that's Vin Diesel, another bald.
Another bald. That's what I'm talking about. He cuts his hair with his knife. He's sitting chatting with him. His knife, covered his head in axle grease.
Nice.
Going.
That's cool.
I know, that is cool.
Great
film.
Cool.
I even like the shite Riddick films, but that's a good Riddick film.
Oh, that's the original Riddick film, isn't it? That's
Pitch Black's class.
That's before he started getting Chronicles.
They started getting stupid and becoming more safe. Daft shit.
I was going to talk before we start the film. I'll talk about it in a minute in the Kendrick Lamar.
The diss track.
Beef. I've started this week. My news. I've become a dude that takes ice baths now.
Fuck, I saw this. Have you actually? What's this?
I'm
Explain
an
what's happening.
ice bath guy.
You're not an ice bath guy.
I
I don't
am.
fucking believe you for a start.
Well, the
You-
photos,
you're
the
saying
photos there.
and actually
I'm in an actual ice bath.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Listen,
I did a nice dunk recently.
well,
I did it in a spa though.
yeah, that doesn't count. You need to be in your garden in an ice bath.
Yeah, it does.
That's what us ice bath guys do.
I do feel like you're. So, how do you feel? Did you do that thing where they're like, it's like doing 2 lines of coke, and then they go, it's like doing 2 lines of coke. Because it's not even like doing half a bump of coke.
I've started writing stuff about this.
Okay, good.
Being an ice bath guy now, I thought I should start talking about it. We don't like to talk about it that much. It's very much a secret. Like your Bald Society, you're very much out in the open. Us ice bath guys like to just keep it
We
on
can't
the
do
down
ice
low. But the
You put a picture online. You're talking about it on a podcast. It's the most undown low.
Listen,
These things in the
this
down
is,
low.
this is all I'll say about it. Being an ice bath guy, but the getting into it is horrendous.
Yeah.
Genuinely awful.
I seen the picture, but you aren't in a wheelie bin. That's a lot of people wheelie bin it.
No, it's not.
Bits
It's
of fucking food.
Amy.
floating
Amy
around.
bought me it because I've been going on about it for years, right? Because I'd read about it. I'd read about the Wim Hof dude who, for us, if you're an ice bath guy like myself,
He's king.
Wim Hof is like your man, right? He's the ultimate ice bath dude.
Surely
So-
Jeff Buckley.
Walt Disney, he's the ultimate ice bath guy.
Did Walt Disney fucking?
What?
How'd he go?
No, he's cryogenically frozen, you tit.
Is he? I thought that was a stupid myth. He's not really frozen.
I think it might be. It might
Yeah,
be a
okay,
myth,
right, but that's all right,
But
sorry.
he's the famous ice
Man,
bath guy.
okay,
like
okay.
that was the only joke that would have made sense.
Walt Disney.
I could have
and
said
mammoths.
I could have said Captain America,
Okay, right.
but that would have worked.
Okay.
Or a mammoth.
Whitney could have been a cold bath.
It probably was by the time she was found. It would have been a
Exactly.
cold bath.
Oh, stick an ice bath.
Yeah, Matthew Perry would have
Yeah.
been in a cold bath
Yeah, definitely.
by the end.
Definitely.
Could this bath be any colder?
I keep forgetting he's dead.
Somebody was telling me, who was it? I was talking to folk about his autobiography at the weekend, and they said it's a pretty horrific read.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
listen along to, because he translates it. He didn't write it in fucking Cantonese. He reads out loud
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
himself, narrates. I don't know.
Narrates, yeah.
Aye.
I suppose.
No, because then that would be like a documentary.
Oh,
if it's
not
your own
narrate. You're
words-
just reading your own words.
Aye, what is that? What's that called? Like
Just an audio-
voiceover.
Audiobook, voiceover.
Aye, he reads it out loud. Apparently, it's even worse if you listen to it because he comes across a real dick. Apparently,
He
He's
always-
proper sexist. Apparently, he was obsessed with trying to pump Jennifer Aniston. I had no idea about this.
Great.
And then he slags off Keanu Reeves for some point for no reason, completely out the blue. Just like he's in the middle of a sentence and just goes, "Keanu Reeves, a right dick, innit?" Like,
Nobody thinks Keanu Reeves
I
is a
know.
dick either. Look at the little prick sitting on fucking public transport. With his wife of appropriate age. What a cunt.
helping charities and shit.
yeah.
Keeping himself to himself.
Doing his own stunts. Rat.
Not embracing the celebrity lifestyle. Taking the subway to work.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Ooh. What a of all celebrities, just that's very funny.
So when you get into the ice bath, it's very, very cold. But it really takes, because I'm not great with getting in even like pools that are cold.
Okay, right.
And this was a proper mind over matter thing. Like, 'cause you put your foot in, because Amy had bought me it for Christmas because I'd seen Wim Hof and I was like, I'm going to become an ice bath guy because I'd read about all the benefits of it. Like, it helps you lose weight. Apparently, it helps you stay
In the moment.
less old. It keeps you longer life. Why can't I fucking speak? It's because I'm an ice bath guy now. This is what happens to us.
Yes.
It elongates your life.
Okay.
Right? And also, it's fucking good for depression. And I'm like, because I'm a sad wee boy. So I thought, right, I'm going to do this. And then very much like everything I ever decide to do, I put it off and put it off and put it off, and I just keep talking about it and going, "Oh, listen, wait till I get that fucking ice." Again, I've spoken about this before. It's one of those things where I go, "This is what's missing. This is the final part of the puzzle. Once this happens, then watch me fucking soar. Right? This is the only thing that I'm missing in life. This is the key to it. Right? I've not found out if it is the key yet. I'm hoping this will be the one. If not, I'm going to join fucking Andrew Tate's."
Hustlers University.
Imagine that was the key.
That would
oh God!
How depressing would that be if you actually did absolutely thrive joining Hustlers?
Oh Jesus Christ! So she bought me one for Christmas, right? Which when I opened it, I was like, you know what? That is a really, really class, actual, thoughtful gift.
Yeah.
Rather than the usual shite that she buys me, we buy each other, right?
Yeah.
Like last year, I got a fucking velvetizer. From
what the fuck's a velvetizer?
A velvetizer. I got it from Hotel Chocolat, right? And it's a thing that you put milk in, and then you can make lattes in it.
Okay.
And you can make hot chocolate. It's mainly for hot chocolate. Right?
I didn't know that's what that was called.
A sachet of that in, and what it does is it churns up the milk so it makes it all velvety smooth.
I used to be working it.
Right. Aye. Well, how come you didn't know what a velvetizer was?
I don't know that's what it was called.
It might not have been called a velvetizer in the trade.
That's what
this might be a trademark name that Hotel
It's just
Chocolat
like a little hose down and you put it slightly under the...
No, it's not a wee hose. It's like you put it in a receptacle.
Okay, right.
And there's like a wee churner. It's almost like a wee... handle, and
it actually is a churner. Okay.
And it makes it all velvety smooth, and then the hot chocolate. I mean, the hot chocolate is nice. But I was like, she was like, "Oh, you're gonna fucking love your Christmas gift this year." And then I got out. I tell you why I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. When she said, because I was trying, she was like, "Oh, honestly, I've nailed it this year. I've nailed it." And I was like, "Interesting. You're never normally this confident." So I was trying to get out with the kids, and Isla was fucking useless, and Seamus had managed. He was like, "Right, I found out it's something electronic." And I was like, she's brought me one off. She's brought me a VR helmet. This is fucking awesome. She's bought me an Oculus. This is fucking class. Yeah. This is brilliant. So then when I opened that, I went, ooh, because it was about the same box size as an Oculus. So I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? She was like, because you love hot chocolate. And I was like, but do I? Like, I'm not constantly going on about hot chocolates.
You're always eating
I'll
chocolate.
have them maybe 3 times during the winter if we're out and it's cold and we're in a cafe because I don't really like coffee that much. It's not like I'm forever having hot chocolates. It was like, not just that, it's a free 12-month subscription to their mail order package. And I'm like, but yeah, again, who the fuck's cracking out a hot chocolate in the middle of July?
Were you saying this on Christmas morning?
Yes. Who's genuinely, nobody's craving a hot chocolate any time between February and October. Nobody. If you're drinking a hot chocolate any time between that, you're a sociopath. There's something wrong with you.
I had one this morning.
Why?
I have hot chocolates, I would say 3-4 times a week.
Do you want a velvetizer?
The whole way through the fucking year.
I'm going to sneak the velvetizer out of my house.
Because like, I don't like coffee either. And I drink an unreasonable amount of tea, right? So sometimes when I'm out, I'm like, I have tea at the house all the time. You're not going into a fucking Starbucks and going like, ooh, great tea. It's the same tea bags. It's just tea bags and water. So I'm
just tea bags that cost for some reason $3.60.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, give me a hot chocolate when I'm out here. So I drink hot chocolate. That's what I'm writing. I had one this morning.
Right. Okay.
So but I am
weird. Do you have cream and marshmallows in it?
No, I would, yes, definitely. If I made them myself, I wouldn't.
No, you can't.
I'm not that prepped.
Because you don't need... I'll tell you a weird thing about cream in a minute. Whenever you're in like a Costa or a Starbucks and they offer you... I don't have the marshmallows. I hate marshmallows. Marshmallows are the worst confectionery treat in the world. Horrible.
Costa do the worst hot chocolates too.
Oh, do they? Yeah.
Just so you know. Starbucks is pretty good, actually.
So you know squishy cream? We call it squishy. Have we talked about squishy cream in this before?
I don't think we called it squishy cream. It's squishy cream that's...
Aye, like UHT...
in a can.
Cream
in a can.
Spray cream, right?
Yeah.
The same stuff. That's how people used to get round doing the nitrous oxide, right? Because, you know the balloons?
Yeah.
Right? Those canisters, the reason they're able to sell them, I don't know if it's the same now with the law change, But the reason they were able to sell them, when I first discovered the balloons, this was like fucking
And cream.
10 years ago, right? Yeah. 10 years ago. I got one of the machines, and we'd fucking take it to Tea in the Park and shit like that, buy a shitload of balloons and take this wee machine. And the way you could buy them was you would get them off catering sites because they were used for those kind of things, those pressurized cans. So you'd just buy like 50 of these fucking things from caterers.com. So you'd get this box intended for pastry chefs. And you'd be lugging them about to Tea in the Park, and it would just the entire outside of your tent would end up looking like you know when Rambo just unleashes one of those fucking machine guns. There's just a coil, and then the bullets are just falling. That's what the outside of your tent looked like.
Cans.
Squishy. So you get it in a can. Squishy cream. Right? Okay. It's a perfect name for it.
I like the words.
I don't know any other country in the world other than Scotland.
I felt like attacking you. But I actually did like Scoosh. Scoosh, yeah. That's what it is. Scoosh.
It's onomatopoeic.
Scooshy two shoes?
Yeah.
Scoosh de jour. Scoosh de jour.
When I was in altitude this year,
right?
It was fucking freezing, absolutely freezing the first day. It was like ice rain, not even snow, just ice rain on the Alps. Yeah, don't be.
I know. It's selling you the because the town can get real warm.
This is the thing, right? Because you're led to believe all the way through childhood that if you get up to a certain height or altitude, rain can't happen because naturally rain would just then turn to snow, and it's bullshit.
Aye, okay, well,
because
I never really thought of that.
And even that morning, I was telling the kids, because it was pissing down on the ground, and they were like, we don't want to go up there, this is going to be miserable. It was the first day of their lessons. And I was like, don't worry, once you get above a certain altitude, rain can't exist, right? It has to be snow. And when I think about it, it's utter shite. It's always what I've believed. And then we got up there, and fucking, see when rain is not snow, but it's cold. Jesus, it's rain. Like, it's literally like ice hitting you constantly.
Cold in your teeth just.
Oh, Jesus. So I went to the wee cafe bit that's just on the top of the mountain, just off the lift, and I got a soup, tomato soup, right? A big, massive bowl of tomato soup, right? It's awesome tomato soup. And she said, "Do you want cream?" And I went, "Fuck yeah!" Right now, normally if you get tomato soup in a cafe here, you would get a single cream, maybe a double if they were feeling saucy. Right,
and just a dollop in the
middle? No, they'd just swirl it. Right, you never made soup and put cream on the top. It's partially a taste thing because it makes it nice and creamy, but it's a decorative thing. It's a nice presentation because so you swirl a cream and then you get the thing back, so you've got the contrast of the red soup and then a swirl of white cream. Right, so no, right, that's what you normally do with a jug. Right,
yeah.
So I said, "Can I have cream?" And I went, yeah, that'd be great, thanks. She rocks over to the hot chocolate machine, holds the bowl under the squishy thing and goes, shh, not even a dollop in the middle, covered the fucking thing on the top. So I've now got a layer of cream and then a layer of soup. And I'm like, I don't know how to attack this now.
How do you do that? Would you have to go cream first?
I had to basically take some. So I was just eating cream. So I must have looked like a fucking maniac.
Bowl of cream, please.
It looks like I've ordered a bowl of cream. So I'm taking this top film off of the cream, eating the cream. And then I just need to wait for the rest of it to melt. But then it's far too much cream for the soup. So then it's like almost... Do you want any soup with your cream now? It was disgusting.
That'd be great if you were just pouring. You want a bit of tomato soup with that?
So anyway, I don't know how I've got from the fact that I'm now an ice bath guy to the squishy cream.
Do you know, like, if you're talking about, do you know on top of the mountain, and it's happened to me the first year at altitude, I didn't know that, which is a comedy festival for you listening in the Alps, but I didn't think that you could get sunburnt when you're up a mountain when it was snowing. And people were like, I came down like completely burnt to a crisp. And they were like, yeah, it's an entire reflective surface, you fucking idiot.
It's a mirror, basically. It's like, yeah.
Oh, I was in bad shape.
It's the worst, yeah. Yeah, I've got it a couple of times on my head. Because you just forget. You're just like,
fucking snow. Why would I put snow on the sun cream?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
I'm not no.
Aye, very quickly, what did you make of the Kendrick and Drake thing? Because I hate them both.
Right, here's the way. Drake, I've never, no, not a single. I think he's one of the worst acts you'll ever. He's not even a rapper. He's a
not.
pop. He's just a pop singer.
We've talked about this. He's not a rapper
He's
in
fucking
any
Drake,
way,
yeah.
shape, or form. Is Drake a rapper?
Yeah, especially attitude.
Yeah.
He's
You
got
can't
nothing.
You can't be named after a male duck and be considered a rapper. Like,
Mandrake.
Yeah, Mandrake.
He's Canadian as well, and that
It
just adds to it.
you can't be a Canadian rapper. You
No.
can't. It's not.
bet you
Rappers should either come from LA, New York, or Detroit. That's it. That's it. You can't be an Arizonian rapper. You can't be a rapper from Montana. You're fucking LA and you're gangster LA. You're cool as fuck New York, or you're gritty Detroit. That's it.
Well, they fucking like. I'd never had anything. Never even like a single song. Kendrick, I love his first. They're the Good Kid, Mad City. Man, I like the album
Shite.
after it. The Good Kid, Mad City is one of the
Shite.
best albums of all time.
Shite.
Top 10 album of all time.
Shite.
And then I don't like him anymore. Like I think everything he touched, it's one of those things that he just releases dog shit, and a lot of people go, "Fuck, that's so creative," and it's not. It's just totally unenjoyable to listen to. You're just lying to
Fucking
yourself.
balls.
I think it's a load of balls. So I think he's went right out of the thing. But I mean, that's a very. I got into it eventually. Elliot was annoying me, going like, "Oh my god, Pusha T and Future involved." And
Pusha T.
I was like, dude, in my head, I was like, this is. Like I felt like an old man all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I was like, it felt like what you always shout at me for. I was like, Pusha T and Future is what
I know. Is there a guy called
like-
Futures?
Future. I mean, they're both bang average. It's like long, but I mean, like Biggie and Tupac are dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both been shot.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, who's the best other one? Big L. He's
Yeah.
got some fucking great ones. Dead.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, Drake's not going to die.
Many times 50 Cent gets shot? Like 90 or something? like
9 now.
that? 9?
What was
It's a
9?
bit different from the 90 that I went for. About
Yeah,
90, I
yeah.
reckon.
You're off by a decimal point, which is something in gunshot terms is a lot.
But 9's pretty. I mean, getting shot 9 times.
I think
is
they're all in
impressive.
arms and legs, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who's been shot 90 times? Your man in the face. My spunk.
I was sitting there going like, I thought there was going to be some sort of. I was watching Alan Partridge last night when he did the Bloody Sunday joke.
Oh, yeah. Aye.
Really
I've
captures the
I've never heard of
frustration of a Sunday.
because I didn't know who Pusha T was, and I looked up. He's a nepo baby. Pusha T. Did you know this?
Oh, fuck off. I know what the joke is.
His dad was in. His dad's an actor.
I fucking got you. I got you.
Damn it!
I fucking knew I'd push it to it. You fucking. I presume you're doing what I'm thinking about Ice-T.
No, I was going Mr. T. Oh,
You said an actor. I went, well, I was supposed to say he was in.
that's loose. It's even loose for Mr. T to be
You
called
were-
an actor.
I thought it was Ice-T, and then that was very funny because I was sitting there going, yeah, well, I suppose he was in Law and Order. He was in Law and Order for a long time.
Oh God! Nah,
Pusha
I
T,
was
that's
going
even
Mr. T.
fucking Mr. T. That's even funnier. Old B.A. Barack. B.A. Baracus.
Please call me BA.
Oh,
Only people at work call me Mr. T.
Mr. Baracus. No, not that. Definitely not that. Oh, that's great.
No, but it's very, very boring.
Yeah.
People are losing their fucking minds over it.
I mean, it's just what I feel like. There's just nothing happening, so people are happy that something's happening. You read some of it, like some of the lines in Kendrick's is good, but
Yeah. Aye.
my favorite ever diss track was at the end of Immortal Technique.
Right.
So he does one after a song, "Dance with the Devil." It's about a dude that ends up pumping his own ma by accident. And it's pretty harrowing shit, right? You see reaction videos on TikTok, but afterwards he does one with a guy called Diabolic, a rapper called Diabolic, right?
Diabolique.
Diabolique and Diabolic. And it's uncalled for anymore, right? But they use the F word in it, the F-double-G word in it, right? But
the F-double-G?
F-A-G-G-O-T.
Oh.
What the fuck did you think?
I thought you were shortening it to just the 3.
Oh,
letter word.
yeah, double G.
Aye.
Yeah, so it really lands at 4 letters.
Oh.
The joke, the line was, something about severing his head diagonally, but the line after was, your crew is full of more faggots than Greek mythology. And I fucking
that's
cried
good.
laughing when I first heard
pretty
it.
good.
When I was a
That's pretty
12-year-old,
good.
I was like,
That is good.
going to use that one at school.
That is good. Can we just point out to anyone that is sensitive, Ryan was only using that in the context of the song.
The Burning Sticks.
That's not what we
We
would, that's not all language we would usually use
yeah.
on absolute cuts.
Imagine if I just like edited just the word at the top corner, flashing up.
I was trying to manufacture a bit at the weekend because I was talking about the Kendrick Lamar stuff because I was trying to come up with a bit about it, and I was trying to manufacture a bit where I was talking about how much better rappers and rap groups were in the 90s. So I was talking about Public Enemy and I was talking about NWA, and I was trying to a bit where I was like, I kept hinting that I was going to say what NWA stood for,
Oh yeah.
and it didn't work because no one knew who the fuck NWA
Oh
were.
really? That's
it was
odd.
so disappointing.
Do you know? I told you about this before. The massive sign outside Letterkenny. It remind every time. It's a big, massive black billboard with big letters to NWA in right across it. It's Northwest Aluminium. And every time I see it, I'm like, surely somebody has to. That looks like a massive NWA billboard coming into Northwest Aluminium. We are not.
Fuck the cut steel.
Every time.
Straight out of Ballymena.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Right, this week's film was your choice, Cullen. And
Yeah.
I was fucking delighted when you picked it.
Yeah, I remembered fuck all about it as well, which is good. But I really enjoyed it last night. The Karate Kid.
Karate or karate?
Karate.
Karate, because you did,
I did.
Well, if anyone watched on YouTube, you wouldn't have known this revelation of what film we were doing because the recording messed up and we didn't know how to fix it.
Well, do you know what happened was I would have had to have done. It would have took me another 9 hours.
Yeah.
So what happened was I just went, this is not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it for the 187 people that have watched it on YouTube. So
Yeah, sorry, you missed the last 2 minutes. Maybe.
yeah, but you missed the revelation that Ryan used to do karate.
Karate, yes. Yes. So what happened was I used to do karate. I used to hate it because my mum clearly did it just for me to fuck off, right? And I remember once throwing an absolute tantrum because it was on Saturdays 2 to 4. So it means a 3 o'clock kickoff. The early kickoff, you're pretty much missing the thing in the Premiership. I was fucking fizzing about it for a long time. I remember an FA Cup final we were in too, and I had to take it off. It was when the katas were happening. You know, you have to do kata and everything to get your
Is
belt.
that the?
It's like a little dance and shit.
Yeah,
To get
they
your.
do it. They do it in. It's the main kind of plot point in Karate Kid 3.
No, the katas.
That's how he wins.
Oh,
He
okay.
does kata. That's how he beats the guy at the end. Does kata.
See the like and well, basically what happens, it was nothing like what these fucking Cobra Kai lads were at, anyway.
Which is essentially the Hitler Youth.
Yeah,
That's what he's training. He's a Vietnam veteran, and he's training an Aryan fucking race of kids. That's what he's doing. Like it's.
That's right. I just realised they are pretty much all.
Oh, and they're all in regimented lines.
Yeah.
And they all bark orders back to it's fucking.
Finish him.
Yeah.
That's
Very quickly, before I forget that. Do you reckon that's where Mortal Kombat got that from?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Finish him! Because he does say that at the end. John Kreese. Finish him!
Finish him. I did remember that. No, maybe it could be. Well, do you know what? First of all, I thought this was a 90s film.
No, 84.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then when I watched it, I go, oh God, very 80s.
84.
But they had like my karate sensei. My sensei was called Brian.
Yes.
He was all I remember him. He was a Port Vale fan.
Right.
Don't know why, but I think it stuck with
In
me.
Donegal.
And this was technically in Tyrone. Yeah, it was in Strabane.
Do you know what I hate? I hate Irish people that support an English team.
Yeah, I think he was English though.
Like you.
I think he was English.
Oh, he was- that's fine then.
I think he was actually English. I'm pretty
fine
sure.
then.
But what happened was we had to stop. The reason why I stopped karate was because he got into a bar fight and got his head kicked in, and he was hospitalized for like 8 months.
Jesus.
And we all were like, well, He's in hospital. He got an arse hand. It really didn't give any confidence to
I
anyone.
don't-
They also tell you everywhere. I've found this out. I've asked other people that have done karate around Ireland and the UK. He told us, he gives us a little license. Gives you a little license. You get a little license book when you do karate, like a couple of years in there, whatever. And they're just basically like, they always tell you, like, say if you ever get in a fight and you end up killing the person, you get away with it and that. I thought that was fucking
Did
legal.
he make these licenses himself?
I thought this was legally bound, right? And I thought, then I woke up and I was like, well, this fucking mad cunt's been doing this for years,
Aye.
right? Then I found out that loads of karate places around the UK and Ireland, they all have been told this. Like,
there's not.
actually, that's a good one. This is great because I've asked about 4 people now and they've had it. If anybody's listening that have done karate, were you given a little license saying you can kill someone, you'll get away with it if it's used for self-defense, but if you use karate.
But then again, because it's like that Brad Pitt line.
It's definitely false.
It's like the Brad Pitt line in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where Bruce Lee kind of goes, my hands are registered weapons.
No, yeah.
If I kill you even in self-defense, I'll go to jail. And he goes, you kill anyone by accident, you go to jail. It's called manslaughter.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody's getting away. Like, in Con Air, Nicolas Cage rightfully defends himself because he's an airborne ranger, and a load of guys in a bar try to chat up his wife, and then he's protecting his wife, and then like 5 of them come at him outside the bar, and then he uses a move where he does that cool move where he hits someone
In the
on the
nose.
base of the nose and pierces his brain. He goes to jail. That's the absolute definition of self-defense, but he still goes to jail because you have killed a man.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I might be wrong, but I do not think you can use.
I think it's 90. I think this is 100% bullshit.
Yeah.
And this is I found it out like, I don't know, 5-6 years
I think
ago.
it's a way to make karate cooler
That's what he's done, yeah.
because it's not it used like when I saw this film.
It's the fucking lamest.
So I saw this film about
You thought it
9 or
was-
10.
Yeah,
I thought this was the shit, right?
Yeah.
And tons of guys my age in our town were like, "Where's the nearest karate school? We need to learn this immediately." And then, as you go older, you realise it's maybe not the lamest. Judo, possibly the lamest.
Yeah, I flipping
They just throw folk.
chucking boys over your body.
Kickboxing was when Van Damme came along. Kickboxing slightly cooler.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. Kung Fu. I don't even know Kung Fu.
It was
you can't
just
learn
walking
Kung
up.
Fu.
Karate's
can
just
you?
walking up and down a fucking community centre.
Yeah, but it's all discipline, isn't it? It's all there's more
Aye, it's
more of a spiritual thing.
Yeah,
than-
aye.
do you know what it's so? I think Mr. Miyagi talks about it in this actually. So do you know where the word karate comes from? So the word te is a Chinese. I thought it always came from Japan, but it comes from China.
Okay.
So te, te I think means hand
Yeah. Okay.
or fist, right? Te fist, and kara means open fist.
Okay.
So that's why it's a defense. It's defense. Open fist. Defense.
Okay. Right.
Whereas, do you know the Chinese word for closed? Do you know the word for closed fist?
No.
It's a wank.
You had to fucking. You know what? I had a hint of it, and then I fucking goddamn. I fucking like let it go, and then I went, no, he's not actually. He's got one, and then I fell for it again, which is actually even more frustrating. Fucking hell. He's from Okinawa in this, isn't he?
Yeah, he tries to. I looked this up.
I know
He says-
Okinawa. I knew it well. I was all excited.
How do you know Okinawa?
It's one of the massive battles in World War II.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah.
It was in the main place in like the Pacific. You watched the Band of Brothers and then
Yeah,
the Pacific.
God, aye,
Pacific.
Christ,
The whole
aye.
last 2-3 episodes were all Okinawa. Like, I mean, everyone he knows is dead.
Because he says in this that it's not part of Japan, and then I looked it up and it is part of Japan, but they don't consider themselves.
It's
part
one of those, one of those fucking islands that was under the Japanese Empire. But
Yeah.
they're also like, we're not.
But they feel that they've been properly shafted by the Chinese, the Japanese, and the Americans.
Yeah, because they just used it as a battleground.
Yeah,
and then-
they've been fucked over every
yeah,
way.
killed
yeah.
everybody, and then just like the deaths, like those Pacific islands are, you know, like the Solomon Islands and shit like
Yeah.
that. Any of those Pacific islands during World War, they were a mess
Aye.
because we were watching this, right? Me and Sloss were watching it, and when we were doing it, we were checking out the actual battles after each episode. You know, because they were like, this doesn't make sense. A tiny island thing. One or
Aye.
two of them were like, this island is 3 square kilometers and 42,000 people died. And I'm like, you must have been like literally standing over bodies.
Yeah,
like
aye,
everywhere.
yeah.
You must have been fucking like bodies everywhere.
Jesus, aye.
Grim.
You totally forget about that area of World War Two. Apart from the big ones, like
Yeah.
the Oppenheimer and all that kind of shit.
They just wanted them for landing strips.
You forget that. Exactly.
That's all it wanted.
Exactly.
Just use them for planes.
Just to be base. That's a nearer base. That's it. Yeah.
Obliterated.
Yeah. Jesus. So this film, it's pretty simple.
Yeah,
concept.
I like this. There's a very funny part of my favorite part is the very last scene.
The battle.
He wins the fight, right? And then there's no wrap up.
No, it's just Miyagi smiling.
He just goes, oh, and they're just like, okay, film's over.
Well,
that was very much a film's over.
I've seen this film so many times, and I still have this in DVD and the commentary track. So, have you ever seen Karate Kid 2? So, Karate Kid 2 starts with what was supposed to be the last scene in this film, and then they changed it at the last minute. So, in Karate Kid 2 starts with it picks up immediately after he's been handed the trophy. Right, so they're going outside and he's going to his car and everyone's they're carrying him and he's cheering and all this kind of stuff. And then John Kreese comes out and he's fucking raging. So he's slapping the Cobra Kai about, right, saying you're fucking losers and all this kind of shit and slapping about, you failed me. Then he has a bit of beef. He comes up and he starts fucking launching into Daniel. And then he has him and Miyagi have a go at each other.
Nice.
And Miyagi fucking... he goes to punch him and he dodges him, and then he puts his whole fist through a car window. Right, so he pulls his hand out and his hand's gushing with blood. And then it goes to Miyagi with the left and Miyagi moves again. He punches another car window. So he's got these 2 bloody fists. And then he drops his knees like that. And Miyagi goes as if he's going to fucking like death chop him, like absolutely take his head off with the chop. And he goes down like that. And then he just squeezes his nose and goes, and everybody laughs. And Kreese is made a fool of and he's made to leave the town. And then he comes back in Karate Kid 3 to get his
revenge.
Well, that was supposed to be the last scene.
That would make some more sense. It didn't even show.
I think it's better if it's just right. That's it.
I enjoyed it because like it didn't. You're just like I know what the wrap up scene would be if you had to do one for the sake of it. You just smiled and went, "We did it! We did it!" We thumbs up.
It would be it was almost like we did it if he just disappeared like Leonard Nimoy in The Simpsons. He just like my work here is done.
So, by the way, half the points in this are completely illegal. Like. From what I used
That's
to
just
do.
what I was going to ask you.
Because like you know that one where when they hit the deck and they just land the thing and then do a roll and slap at the back of the head. I'm like,
yeah, because I don't get how Daniel is able to win his semi by smacking someone in the face. He punches someone in the face, but when Johnny does it to him in the final, he said legal strike to the face.
Ours used to be half point. You can get a half point if you hit someone. Like say some of the punches there would have been half point, but they seem to have just stuck with full points, which is full clear contact. But it would only be here, your cheeks, your forehead, you're directly in the chest and maybe the stomach.
And you can't score anything below the belt.
No, you can do them sweep legs, but no, you're not going to get anything.
So you can sweep, you can trip them up, you can sweep them.
Yeah, but you're not getting the point for that.
Because you sweep the legs.
If you sweep the leg, and then I think you could actually hit someone on the ground, but the only time it would be like on the stomach, or like on the chest. You sweep someone and straight punch to the chest. You have to do it kind of quick and clean, or they won't even count it. Like,
and when in the semi against Daniel, where Kreese is like that, out of commission. Like, what's this? I can beat this guy. Yeah. Out of commission.
I
take it that's properly illegal, where he just basically comes down and
you just immediately
disables Daniel.
Do you know I was in 2 karate tournaments, and they were weekend apart, and I got disqualified from both for poor technique.
But did you do that move? Like
no, I fucking tried to punch a guy in one of them, and I broke his nose. I meant to punch him straight in the forehead, and he kind of ducked a wee bit, just directly. and I'm not strong. That thing, just such poor technique. And they were like, "You're out," and he's out too, right? But the next one was so much funnier. Fighting this purple belt, and I remember him big gammon head in the cunt, and I went to head kick him, He just went far too, and never connected with a head kick in my life properly. Went for this head kick. He's too tall.
Oh, Jesus.
Kicked
You
him
got him in
down,
the throat.
got him directly in the Adam's apple. He just
Whoa.
dropped to his knees like.
That's Jesus Christ.
I was disqualified, and he couldn't fight on.
Surprised you weren't arrested.
The other semi-final just became the final. I just wiped. I put him out of commission and me. I basically accidentally out of commission.
Yeah.
Brian was at the corner. Out of commission, Ryan.
Finish him.
Finish him.
What
I was so bad.
what
at
belt
it.
did you get to?
I think I was the last purple.
Last purple. Can I guess? Can you still remember the order of belts?
Yeah, but they're different for each. So there's different schools, like some are a little bit different. And I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure mine was called Shotokan, or else that was our enemy. I can't remember if I'm Cobra Kai or the enemy. There's Shotokan. I know what my order was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know the order.
Right. 2 seconds. I'm going to test you then.
Say it was Shotokan. I think it might be Shotokan.
Shotokan.
Yeah. That was either us or that was Cobra Kai was our bad guys, but I think...
Shotokan karate belt culture, structure. Just quickly, when you said that's interesting, you said about that the other semi-final became the final. I think in this All Valley championship, I think the other semi-final was the actual final. What should have been the final. See when Johnny, because Johnny's obviously the best karate dude.
Yeah,
he's like
yeah,
defending, 2-time defending champion.
Yeah.
The dude he fights that's doing the fucking spin. He does
Yeah,
like 3
yeah,
spin
yeah,
kicks
yeah,
in a row.
yeah.
That's a class fight.
Yeah.
The other two, they must have been going. We've been in the shit end of the draw here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is like this is like South Africa. It's the All Blacks.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
go, come on here. That like you should have. This should have been seeded in a way, but then they wouldn't have known the unknown quality, the unknown quantity that was Daniel LaRusso. 'Cause He didn't even have a dojo. Didn't even have a belt.
That
Cunt
was
didn't
great.
even know how to put his clothes on. For
That
fuck's
was good.
sake,
What a thing to say. He's a black belt.
I know.
You just put him in halfway through there.
Right. Okay. So, the bottom belt. What do you reckon?
It was white.
White. There you go.
Yeah.
9th. So there's 10 in total.
Yeah.
9th.
Yellow.
No. Orange.
Ours was yellow, orange.
But now you can't now go, well, ours was, because you could be telling me anything.
Well, I can tell you what ours was. I kept saying, but my problem is I can't tell if I was Shotokan or was that the older school that we always fought.
Well, this is just Shotokan.
Right.
So white, orange, then
Well, yellow.
no, there's one between red.
Red. No, ours wasn't that. Ours went.
Okay, so then 7th yellow, next
Green,
green. Yep, next.
blue, purple, 3 browns.
Right. Okay.
so many
Right.
blacks.
No. Right. You're right. They don't have blue and purple. They've got purple, then a purple with white stripes.
Okay. Right. Okay. No.
And then you've got 3 browns. Why
Yeah.
3 browns? Because they've got browns with 2 stripes and browns with 1 stripe.
We didn't do any stripes, is what happened here. Ours was basically, and you followed the color the way up: white, yellow, orange. I think it was red, green,
So
blue,
how did you define the 3 browns then?
purple. Oh, you you didn't have to have anything written on your thing. I think you
right.
just have to register it if you were in a fight. You'd just be like, I'm second
So-
Dan. They think they're called Dans. Well, there were Dans in black belt. You're like first Dan, second Dan, third Dan.
So they've got purple and a purple white stripe. Then they've got brown with 1 stripe, brown with 2 stripes. Then next,
No, it's black after brown. But
no, brown with 3 stripes. Adidas.
you fucking sold me down the river.
And then black belt, and then the very top one, top belt,
It's just black belt.
leather.
So what is fucking leather belt? Holes in it and everything.
Holes you've made yourself
Yeah.
because you've put on weight.
Congratulations.
You did an extra hole.
I fucking hated it. I wasn't good at it. It was dreadful. Let me see now.
Now, so like I say, I saw this film when I was about 9. and
Yeah.
absolutely adored it. Right, I watch this now massively differently because at the time, because you're at school, not quite high school, and you go, I've had the shit kicked out of me by bullies at school, all this kind of stuff. You're rooting for Daniel. When I watch it now, Daniel is an annoying fucking prick.
He's got a lot of that
A real wank of a kid.
real like. I liked his way of going on. You know,
Oh
his
my
New
God.
Jersey kid. Do you know he had the same energy as? This is a bit out of left field, right? Do you ever see remember Die Hard 3?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when Bruce Willis? It's when he clocks that they're stealing, they're robbing the banks. Remember,
It's a robbery rather than a
yeah, remember there was a kid pulls up in the bank and he's like, "It's like Christmas. You could rob City Hall." As
Yeah.
he talks, looks, and is exactly like Ralph Macchio.
Ah, yeah.
That's a lot of his energy. In my head, I was like, "That's that kid." The way he
No,
talks.
I see what you mean. Yeah. He's a bellend. He's a bellend to everybody. He's a bellend to his ma. Right now,
At the start, especially,
he's
right?
got a certain I can understand it because see the first 5 minutes, nothing happens. Why the fuck do they need to show us them driving across country? And they drive, but you get to see them in different states. So well, you can tell they've grown through the Rockies because look, there's mountains. Oh, here's the snowy bit. And you're like, fuck off. We don't
Unclipping his bike.
Why not just start with them arriving in California?
Yeah.
That's shite. So he's a prick to her. What do you think's happened to the dad, by the way? Why is the dad not about? That never gets mentioned.
Oh, it needs to be something good.
I think the dad, right, I'm just put this out here, right? I think Daniel, right, I think the dad's left because I think dad's left largely because Daniel's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? So I think he's a lot to blame. I think the mum's a lot to blame because she can't get her fucking act together. Right?
Yeah.
They've got 2 cars.
Yeah.
And he's like that. I'm keeping my car decent here. Your car needs pushed.
Yeah.
Every second fucking time.
This is the yellow car you got given.
Why don't you keep on top of this?
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
Right? You're not handling
You're embarrassing
your
me.
business. Yeah, you're embarrassing
Trying
me.
to get my hole.
Because sometimes I'm out on the piss, right? And you're coming to pick me up. And the boys are having to watch me fucking push my own car away. This is embarrassing, right? And also, why are you cutting about lying you're working for a computer company when clearly you're a fucking waitress?
Yeah.
Like, at one point she says, they're going to train me up to be manager. And you're like, you told the kid you were moving out here to work for some high-powered computer company. Wait, there's no waitress jobs in New Jersey?
Yeah.
So I think he's like that. This woman's a fucking deadbeat.
Yeah.
Right? The kid's an annoying arsehole.
Yeah.
He then finds out that Daniel is interested in karate, buys him the book. He's like, do the book, right? Daniel gets so interested in karate, right? And that's like, he's like, right, fine. So he takes the kid to the karate thing, right? I think the dad has realised he's gay and has run off with Daniel's karate sensei.
And you think
That's why Daniel is so trusting immediately of Miyagi. Because normally any 17-year-old kid isn't hanging. It's weird if you're hanging about with an elderly Asian man.
Yeah.
Right? It's fucking weird, right? Right? You're just not doing it, right?
Yeah, no,
You're not hanging about with an old man that lives by the rail yard.
I'll get into that as well.
Yeah, okay, we'll get into that, right? So you're very distrusting immediately. Daniel seems to take to him, and it's not just because he's like, at one point he's like your only friend, and the reason is because he sees comfort in senseis, and the reason was the sensei tried to get closer to Daniel to lure him in so that the dad would come more because the sensei wanted to pump the dad. And the dad and the sensei have left each other, and that's why. See all this? I've moved because of the computer thing. They've not moved because of that. It's because the dad has kicked her out because he's now living with the sensei, and they want to turn it into a dojo for exclusively gay kids. It's my theory.
And what is this called? This place? That's what we gotta think of a name for this.
I've not come up
like
with a name.
Cobra Kai type of thing.
So yeah, that's my theory. And what dad? Or he died. I don't know.
Oh God. That's It's quite a theory.
Yeah.
It makes sense. You know, I have nothing really to challenge you with.
There's a very popular theory online. I don't know if you came across this, that Daniel is the actual villain of this. Johnny doesn't instigate any of the fights in this at all.
Hold on.
The first fight's on the beach.
Yeah,
right?
where he drives down in scramblers.
Yeah, they drive.
Nothing worse when you're having a beach party. A scrambler bike gang comes in.
Fucking LaRusso's turned up, right?
Yeah.
Big shot from New Jersey, right? Suddenly, he's staring at the hottest girl in the whole school. Just staring. Constant staring.
Yeah.
Staring all the time. Her ex-boyfriend comes down. Now, I'm not saying that Johnny doesn't get a bit handsy, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't touch her. He grabs her radio. He ruins the radio, right? But the man's angry, right? Because as we find out, she's split up with him. He still wants to be with her. And he's embarrassed in front of his boys here. Right?
In front of his bike gang.
In front of his
They're all
biker
dressed
gang.
the same.
Yeah. And then LaRusso, because he comes in and he implants himself in this relationship. So this is not my theory. This is this other guy's,
load
right?
of shite
So
theory.
and so when LaRusso goes for him first of all, and then Johnny steps out the way and trips him up.
Yeah.
LaRusso goes for him again. So all he's doing is tripping him up. All he's doing is traditional karate defense, right? Then LaRusso
should have killed him.
He's obviously like that. LaRusso's not taking this. So then he has to use a bit of force. He kicks him in the stomach and he's thinking, right, that's it. Taught the kid a lesson. He goes down, quite rightly going down to check if the kid's okay.
Yeah.
Because he knows, and then fucking socks him one. So that fight, that's initiated by him. The next time they fight is he puts the hose. Now, there's absolutely no need for him to do that. This is all blown over. This is months. Why the fuck does he do that hose thing?
They're doing a whole lot of intimidation thing. What are you talking about?
They drive him off a cliff.
Yeah. It almost killed him when I think about it.
Okay, that I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That was an error.
Did they not kick the living fuck out of him outside of Miyagi's house?
Part of the Cobra Kai, right?
Didn't they?
They what?
They kicked the living fuck out of him outside of Miyagi's house. Was that after or before?
But that's because of the hose thing.
Okay, right. That's how because of the host thing. I suppose. Right.
He doesn't need, because when they push him down the hill, right?
Yeah.
That's right. That's bad.
Yeah.
But he is also in between that taken. Right. I'm not saying it wasn't an illegal tackle when they're doing the football.
That was barely a yellow card, that tackle.
It's a late challenge.
Yeah.
But it's not a fucking.
No, that was absolutely.
It's
fine.
not a Schumacher fucking foot in the face. It's not a Roy Keane and fucking Haaland's dad.
Vinnie Jones.
Aye. And then
I did find that they've never played football before.
Oh.
It's like a lot of these American films. It was just a load of people chasing the ball.
It's like when my son used to play it when he was 4.
Yeah.
Everybody goes. Nobody has possessions. They all just go after the ball.
No skills whatsoever.
Yeah. But his immediate reaction to that tackle is to get up and smack the guy.
Yeah, he did.
Quite rightly,
he
gets sent off and not put on the team.
Yeah.
So he's instigated in that. Then
definitely that time.
Then they throw him off. Then he does the hose thing. Right. They kick the shit out of him. Right. But this is months after. This is all blown over. Right.
I wouldn't say it's blown over.
They're not hassling him anyway. They're just basically like, look, you're the new kid. Don't act the prick. Right. Don't go after.
It's a terrible theory.
Don't go after her as well. Right. Because frankly, like at this time, like I reckon Elizabeth Shue in this 80s, in terms of a lassie to go out with you, she's like pretty much perfect in terms of, I think she's stunning. When I was a wee guy, I was like, fuck me, man, this is...
oh, wow, I like so.
But she's clearly the hottest in the school.
Okay.
Right? So why is the new kid going after her? So they're already... You got to keep these fucking pricks down, Cullen. There's not like...
What you're trying to tell me is you'd be a Cobra Kai guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it did look like more fun.
Yeah.
They did have a bike gang and shit.
And also, after they've kicked the shit out of Daniel, and Miyagi turns up and kicks the shit out of them, why is that not all over the place? Why is that not getting investigated? Why is that? Yeah. Why is a war veteran, an elderly war veteran, kicking the living shit out of 5 teenagers, not headline news in Hill Valley? Why are the police not at his fucking Japanese garden the next day?
That would be so funny if immigration were there dragging him out of the house.
Like,
and they're like, and you think it's going to be a moment where like Daniel's like, remember what you taught me? Wax on, wax off. He's like, shut up, Daniel. They're going to get me out of the country. Shut the fuck up. It's not useful here. Wax on.
But that's a theory. It's not one I attest to. I see the merits.
I see
in it.
definitely the football thing was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love the fact that the guys all got together. Remember, there was a huddle. They're like, oh, Daniel's playing. And they all got into a huddle and they sat there for 30 seconds discussing the plan. And then the plan was just to trip him.
Yeah.
Good work.
Put in a late challenge. That'll
Slightly late challenge.
that'll sort him.
Also, it sounds barely a yellow card.
I
Would have
know.
been slightly professional foul, maybe. That
And
was,
also, how shite are the rest of the team if Daniel is being shown to be the best?
oh, aye.
Like
But Italian in him, though.
that's true. Aye, that is true. I never. But
You
then
think Daniel LaRusso?
But
Tell me that guy's not banging them in for Lazio.
American Italians aren't fucking.
No.
They're not into football. Americans aren't good
Yeah.
at football in
Yeah,
any
yeah.
case.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably better than their national team would probably give Scotland and Ireland a decent.
It's
run
only
out
because
just
they've
now.
got 500 million people more. I mean,
Yeah, exactly,
It's
yeah.
staggering that they don't
That is
wipe
true.
the entire fucking world with.
That
That's
is
how
true.
bad they are at it. But considering they now play it enough,
Uh-huh.
that they should literally be very good at it.
Another
Anyway.
thing, right? While we're on sports, these guys, the biker gang, right? The Cobra Kai, they're the most popular dudes at the school. No popular kid at the school. Why is the dojo? Why is the Cobra Kai dojo such a big thing in this town? They're not. They are those Cobra Kai lads. If they're the most popular kids at the school, Johnny's the quarterback. The rest of them are, and even if they're not that, they're in the basketball team. Right?
Yeah, they can get away with a rape.
Yeah.
They know
Yeah,
people.
yeah. They're not all into karate.
Yeah.
The coolest dudes in the schools were never into fucking karate.
Never. No, absolutely not. You would be bullied. I was bullied because I did karate.
Exactly.
Oh, you put on your little...
Exactly.
You put on your little fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, do you tie the belt yourself?
Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah, but you
And
better
also-
watch because I can kill you.
And also,
legally.
there's no way Crease is pulling in enough in memberships to afford that building.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
fucking huge. It's got the biggest sign in the whole of the
Yeah.
the whole of the town. I don't even know if it's a town or an area of
Yeah,
LA or what. Like, it's fucking massive, the place.
Yeah.
Front and centre, the high street. Come on.
Yeah. Well, they're all like jet black too, and he was like, "That's allowed."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Never once saw anything. You're like, no, it has to be white. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
They're like, not us. We don't. I love the fact that their mantra is forget about respect.
Yeah.
You
No
finish
mercy.
them on the ground. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not karate. That's not even
Yeah.
never once.
Yeah.
You're teaching them something else.
Yeah.
Other the guys.
Pain does not exist in this dojo.
Yeah. No mercy. You break their legs. You do it for Cobra Kai. Or the guy's like, man, I mean, I'm paying £3 a week just to get out on a Saturday. I don't disabling some Italian American. I don't like him, but fuck.
Again, if you're arriving, even if before you've been indoctrinated into the Cobra Kai Nazi youth,
Yeah.
right? The first time you turn up, because those kids to get to Johnny's level, he's been doing that since maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah.
His mum and dad aren't pieces of shit. They're not like trailer trash that are wanting them to kick ass.
Yeah.
They're very well respected country club members. There's no way the mum is turning up at the Cobra Kai dojo to be met with the only picture on the wall of John Kreese holding a fucking machine gun as a Vietnam veteran going, this seems like a good role model for the boy.
And it says karate champion underneath a picture of him in an army thing with a gun. They just had to cover everything in one picture. Why would you write that under? John Kreese, karate champion, him with a machine gun.
Vietnam War karate champ.
Is that what they're saying you're trying to do? Because he's from Okinawa, the other karate guy. Are they doing a like you might have been fighting in my land type of thing? They never really made that obvious. did
No,
they?
that's very funny.
Yeah. So the main thing about this entire, first of all, Miyagi was trying to catch flies. That was funny with toothpicks.
Oh,
That's
yes.
That's a little in
A
joke. there.
throwback, yeah.
That's a little throwback.
Oh, that's
Get my chopsticks and my
the
toothpicks
wee,
mixed
the
up.
wee incident where you cuts fans Easter egg there.
Yeah, right. So, the only thing about this is that I found is I hate Mr. Miyagi
Right, that's interesting.
because he's clearly a rampant pedo. Like, I've never seen a film where more obvious a man's a paedophile than Mr. Miyagi.
I think he's a fucking chancer. I don't think he's a pedo.
He's after Italian American ass. That's a little young Italian American ass. There is nothing in there. Fixes his bike. If someone in your neighborhood fixed your bike and you went, Mum, my next door neighbor fixed his bike, he's like, yeah. Did you put anything in his mouth?
There should be more questions.
In his mouth? Oh, they suck off all the kids. Right, but he is, right? Daniel, where were you? I was like, I was down with a Japanese janitor trimming his bonsai tree. Is that where you were? Yeah, what did he do? Oh, he's been fixing my fucking bike the last night. He's clearly a fucking diddler. He's a master manipulator. There's times where he was just like, you know, like, I've got written down. yeah. Remember he's sitting there going like, you just sit there now, close your eyes, Daniel, and think about the waves and all that type of shit. He's rubbing his ball bag in his face when he's out.
I definitely think it should be questioned more as to why the kid's hanging about with an elderly man a lot.
He's in his basement the entire time.
Like when the mum first comes down and just finds him trimming the tree.
Yeah.
First of all, she's got no idea who this cunt is.
Yeah.
She's not seen him yet.
She doesn't even know he's the janitor.
Because when he turns up to fix the tap, she's not in.
Yeah.
She's at work. So all he knows is he's in some bizarre basement with an old man.
He's clipping a bonsai tree.
Yeah.
He gets laid out because completely Daniel gets his arse kicked to him. Miyagi brings him, carries him into his apartment, not to his mother.
Yeah, doesn't take him home. Or the hospital.
Just starts rubbing damp cloths on him, going, "You'll be okay, Daniel."
And then he tries to get him drunk.
Then he fucking tries to get him drunk. He tries to get him drunk to hammer. He starts showing dead pictures of his dead wife, going, "Oh, isn't she fucking pretty, Daniel? Have another sake there."
Sake my balls.
Yeah. And then they're like, he walks in, he recovers, and he comes in, and he sees him sleeping on his knees. That's because he's fucking dreaming of sucking off Daniel. That's what he's doing. He was removed from Okinawa.
Oh, if just after the second drink, he just pulled out a mask of the dead wife. Daniel put it on.
Put that on there. He puts the fucking, what you call it? Puts the picture of the dead wife on his back.
What a film it would have been. See at the end when he's like, Daniel's knees fucked, and he does that thing. Rubs his hands. See if he just went and gave him a wank.
Focus.
The judge comes in and goes, "Are you going to be able to fight? The fuck is going on here?" He's just whacking Daniel off.
His knee's fucked, and he's now covered in cum for this last fight.
Daniel gets out. He's doing the crane kick. He's just got a big stone on.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, brought him to the beach. Will you go in there now and get wet for a while? I'll be over here dancing for you. He's clearly a pedo in every respect. And there's parts of it the Muller just does not exist. Like halfway through the film, the Muller just disappears as a character, and they're like, well, anytime he comes home, it's just to Daniels.
Yeah.
I'll go do my, take off your top there and sand my decking.
He never asked him to take his top off.
He said,
At no point did
he
he
said,
take his top off.
Listen, if you're making a man paint sand the entire decking and then paint the thing and wash a car.
Yeah.
Start waxing my car.
Oh, that is true.
Like it's in fucking Wild Things.
Yeah.
He's trying to hammer that kid. That's why he lives alone. He's the fixer. Even when he was covered in spaghetti, he comes in covered in spaghetti. Yeah. Fucking spaghetti hoops all over He'd try to put his
That is a good question. Where does Miyagi's money come from? Because he's just a maintenance guy at a condo resort thing.
Yeah.
And not a particularly good one either.
Yeah.
He can fix a bike. He certainly can't clean a pool.
Yeah.
So how has he managed to create an immaculate Japanese garden and buy 9 fucking vintage cars?
Yeah, the vintage. Yeah.
Where's the money coming from for those
he just
cars?
says Detroit.
Aye, but they would cost a lot, and the upkeep of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, parts. Even in the 80s, you couldn't get parts of them without going to specialist dealers.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
And he's so rich, he's
maybe
able to
sells bonsai trees.
You're not enough money in that.
He definitely doesn't sell bondage.
You might have a point with the.
Of course, I might have a fucking point. Even on his birthday, he doesn't go home. He comes in and he's made a fucking cake for him.
He goes to Miyagi first before he
I'm
realizes.
like, don't eat that
Shit,
cake.
my mum's making a cake as well.
That cake's full of either sedatives or cum. Do not eat that cake that Miyagi's cooked you.
Frosted.
Yeah, don't eat it. Like, fuck me. You try on my dead wife's clothes. She made this little fucking thing. Keeps making him wear his dead wife's clothes. Oh, she knitted this. It's a Japanese sunrise. Oh, is that where it's right? And yeah, it's where I diddled my first kid.
There's a. Oh fucking hell! There's a couple of things.
Gives him a car.
Yeah.
That's the fucking New Year's people. No, don't tell anyone now. You can have this car. You know, if you don't tell them about the
Daniel learns to drive very quickly and passes his test.
Aye.
Because when
we all know how impossible that is.
Halloween happens, that tournament's at Christmas.
Yeah.
So he's got a month to learn how to drive and pass his test.
Yeah. He put his. He learned wax on, wax off. It covers everything.
There's a bit. There's two bits that never get explained and never get brought up again.
Yeah.
When he's running away dressed as a shower. Because he's a mass pilot.
Yeah.
That never gets mentioned. Again, the cops are there the next day going, You caused a 5-car pileup running away dressed as a shower, you mad bastard.
And believe me, you were easy to find because that was quite an impractical.
Again, why would you try that? Sneaky attacking Johnny if you're in the most recognisable costume.
Guy dressed as a shower.
Yeah,
you'll see him.
Go as a ghost. There's hundreds of fucking ghosts cutting about. But dress up as that. And also, why is nobody kicking the shit out of that guy that's dressed as a chicken, smashing eggs off folk?
Ah, that's right.
Folk are just taking the fact that they're getting eggs smashed off their heads as if it's hilarious. The one line.
I bet I know who these guys are.
The one line that never ever gets explained, right? And I've never heard it until that's probably because I was a kid when I saw it last, and I had no idea, right? When he comes and picks up Elizabeth Shue from golf and stuff, which does look fucking class. The arcade bit that they go to. So it's all the arcades, and it's got a water slide for some reason.
Proper fucking montage there.
Aye.
You know. He scores in the hockey and he's like proper laughing at her face. What now, you fucking kid? Jersey came out of him.
When he picks her up in the car that Miyagi gives her,
aye.
She goes, when he makes up with her, he goes, I've got something to show you. And she's like, no, wait, is this yours? Is this yours? And he goes, on you go. And she goes, what? You want me to drive? And he goes, hey, it's the 80s. Like, what? You sexist bastard.
That's so good. That's so funny.
It's the 80s.
Yeah.
Women can drive now.
I don't know. Give it a bash. It's not my car. I didn't pay for it, so.
Oh, my God.
Where'd you get this, by the way? Well, my Japanese janitor who I spent all my time with.
See, I don't even know if she knows about him by this point.
But yeah, he just turns up at the fight. He's like, "This is my trainer," and she pretends to be a translator.
Yeah,
you know that's how he gets on the floor.
Yeah, and he steals a belt.
Yeah, and he robs a belt. He's a dodgy lad. Miyagi's a pedo. He's the most vicious Okinawa pedo. The Okinawa destroyer. That's what they call him. And that's why all of a sudden then Ralph Macchio there, old karate kid, he starts getting a bit of bravado about him.
They call him Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, oh fuck's sake. The pearl necklace. The pearl necklace, they call this move. Everything about him screams pedo. Oh, Daniel, come in.
Do you know
get driving.
So it was Pat Morita that played Miyagi. Do you know he was nominated for an Oscar for this?
Was it?
Blew my fucking mind.
For what?
He was not for Karate Kid. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Fuck off.
I swear.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
I swear to God.
All he was doing was telling the... Do you know the part, he kept making him paint fences? Mm-hmm. And remember, Daniel calls him out in it and goes like, you're just making me... Awarded for the 1985. That's amazing. You can tell that's largely he's dead.
Largely due to he's dead now. Largely due to one scene. Apparently, it was the scene. The scene where when he's getting pissed and he starts talking. And it is quite a sad scene where he starts talking about how his wife died in childbirth because But then Daniel reads like a
shot.
newspaper thing where after Pearl Harbor there was like there was some kind of camp that a load of Asian people were sent to because there was a load of attacks on Asian folk and like a lot of illegal Asian immigrants and stuff. So they were sent to this. So she was sent to this camp and then had complications. And then he goes, "No doctor come, no doctor come." Right? So obviously that's brutal. Like for a kid's film, you're going, so she went into complications and then because she was Japanese, the camp just went, fuck her. And then her and the kid both died. Like, while this cunt's defending America, this guy, he's got the fucking Medal of Valor, for Christ's sake. And he's getting treated like shit.
Great. So it is a little insight. There was a little bit of politics in it then.
Yeah.
A little bit of how you treat the vets and all that type of
Absolutely,
shit.
yeah. Which again makes me wonder where he's getting the money from.
I don't
Because
know.
there's no war veteran that's getting treated well in America.
I don't know. There's not many. Like, how would a paedophile make that much money? Clearly a paedophile.
This is pre-internet, so these are videos.
Yeah, he had to
So
use
there's video-
bonsai trees
So
to
he's
get this
he's
kid
got an
in.
entire range of videos called "Teenagers Doing Chores."
Oh God, that's you know when he catches him out, and he's like,
Aye.
you just have me as a slave here painting all this stuff, and then he starts training them like, no, wax on was
Aye.
this and the
He
defense.
thinks quick.
Imagine Matt, he thinks quick, and Daniel goes, oh, and he turns around and goes, thank fuck.
Okay, how the hell did I come up with that?
Put another memory card in the secret camera.
He's,
Don't worry, I did it like that.
he's telling all his pedo pals later on,
Yeah.
and then he says, "You're treating me like a slave." I come up with some bullshit about karate. Like, you're a fucking genius, Miyagi.
To learn the crane, one must part with their arsehole for 32 minutes.
We need to talk about the crane kick.
Yeah.
The least effective. Miyagi describes it as being
Indefensible.
Indefensible.
So
yeah, you can't. It's like the ultimate move. You can't. Once you master that crane kick, beat anybody. Bruce Lee can't even defend it, right? It doesn't look that difficult to defend. The fact that he goes in, because the minute, surely this isn't such a secretive thing that only Miyagi really knows about. So it must be widely known in the karate world. So you'd think,
Never heard of it bar the film.
I don't think it even exists.
Yeah.
But
Front
if
kick
in this world the crane kick is this indefensible move, you'd think Kreese at some point would have mentioned to the Cobra Kai, by the way, there's this crane kick.
Yeah.
So the minute Daniel makes himself in the shape of the crane kick, you'd think Johnny would go, this cunt's going for the crane kick.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm going to do is run into his foot.
Yeah. Directly.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he sprinted
Like,
too.
I'm putting up some defences here.
Yeah.
And I'm sweeping. This is the time to sweep that leg. The cunt's standing like a fucking pelican, for Christ's sake. Sweep the supporting leg then. He's down, chopped in the middle, that's you won.
Yeah,
3 times champion.
Yeah, the sweep as well. Do you know the thing was, he can't land the crane because it lands on the other foot. You don't land on the same foot. It's a jump and flying kick, is it not? Do you land on the same foot? You jump up, you flip, kick.
I don't know, I've never watched the landing.
So in my head, the landing doesn't make sense because he lands on the fucked foot.
That's a good point. How's he supporting himself?
So when you land your full foot thing, and then he lands on the foot.
Because Miyagi repairs him when he
gives
wanks him off.
Yeah, give him
but,
a wee tug.
But then Johnny aggravates the injury. Because there's a couple of times he sweeps. That's why he's saying sweep the leg, the leg. Damn it, go for the sore point. That's a good point. And I still don't understand how that kick to the face is allowable. Why is it a punch to the face that Johnny does
you can do,
not allowed? Kick to the face, winning.
You can allow, because you're only allowed to hit here and here. You can do, in my thing, you could do side kicks to the face, but it would have to be a clean connection there. Front kick, you can hit them in there in the sternum, but I don't.
He uppercuts him in the chin with his foot.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's karate.
But then even the way Johnny goes into it, why does he dip as if
the kumitage?
As if he's trying to beat the tape in 100 metres.
yeah.
He goes in like that, so it's easy to kick him straight. Like if you kick somebody,
he's going for the diving header.
You're probably knocking someone out if you kick them. If you kick them with the front of your foot and the chin, you're probably knocking them out. You're breaking your foot, considering how strong someone's chin is.
Yeah.
But Johnny gives him a full face to smack.
Yeah. Indefensible sounds very funny. They just went, this is completely indefensible.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Do you like the horny guy was probably him, wasn't it? Just Barb Miyagi.
I don't,
I
well,
think it's clearly Miyagi. Considering
I don't think we
clearly-
can have. I don't think we can have Miyagi because that is a theory we have just come up with.
It's not a theory. I think it was very obvious that is the whole plot line. Is that
It wouldn't be one of the
Daniel got the power from the crane from
This is
being
my,
diddled?
but this is you're selling this as hard as my.
He's a fucking pedo.
As my dad and
I also thought his
Home
name
Alone.
was Mr. Magoo. Who's Mr. Magoo?
it's the blind guy. He's
Who's Mr. Magoo? I thought
Mr. Magoo's like a partially sighted cartoon character that gets into hijinks because he can't see shit.
Is he Asian?
No, not at all. I don't think so.
I don't know.
no
I
idea.
used to get mixed up. I thought it was Mr. Magoo.
No.
The Karate Kid.
Definitely Miyagi.
Oh god, the wax right. But he used that Jersey charm the kid as well, and on the woman, he brings her into the shower. The shower.
He's the horny guy's Daniel.
Yeah.
Because purely because of this constantly staring at her at the beach.
Yeah.
He's a wee horny guy.
He tries to get her just 2 kick-ups and he goes, "You're not damp yet." Doesn't he? He does 2 terrible kick-ups.
It's not even keepy uppies. It's
Yeah,
knees.
yeah.
The easiest thing in the world. Like if he'd done 60 kicky uppies and then done that thing where you catch it behind your knee and then flip it up again, then you go, yeah, that's cool. But
Yeah.
2 knees.
Then I'm known as the Karate Kid and also the Poon King. two knee ups. Called the Poon King. And then she practices it. He comes back. She goes, "I've been practicing my knees." And she does 3, and I'm like,
But she does it the next day. I've been practicing. What that night? That
You
night?
psycho.
What you've seen your ex-boyfriend kick the living shit out of this young kid, and then going home and going, better get that knee thing on. Going no.
"That's fucking great."
There's another character that I just see the guy he meets when they first arrives, that invites him to that beach party.
Yeah.
He gives up on him.
Oh, almost immediately.
So quickly.
That's so funny.
Him and his pals just watch him getting the living shit kicked out of him and go, "Who the fuck's this loser you're hanging about with?" You never see them again until the end when they're lifting him up.
Yeah.
When he wins the thing, they're like, "Yay, Daniel!"
You're back in the group.
Where were you fuckers?
They mostly basically looked at him and went, "Couldn't even take on an entire bike gang alone."
Nobody ever speaks to him. He has to eat lunch on his own for the next 4 months. Nobody ever speaks to him again because of that one incident at the beach.
Oh, fuck me. That's so good. Do you know what my favorite line in the thing is? Two things. When he goes, "What's this?" and he goes, Hare Krishna," and he goes, "Daniel, son, you have much humor."
Yeah.
I fucking died.
Yeah.
That's the least funny thing in the world. But my favorite part was when he walks, when one of the guys in the Cobra Kai shouts, tries to shout a slam, and it was proper embarrassing. Where he
God,
goes, "What is it? Take a worm for a walk week?"
It's so bad.
And the other guys in the group were all like, "Ah, Jesus.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck, man, you shut the fuck up."
He's the same guy that they had put him in a body bag.
I had to drag out in the body bag.
Put him in a body bag.
Take a worm. What is it? Take a worm for a walk week? It'd be just a fucking tumbleweed. You can hear the crowd. The rest of them were like,
Because it's the way he delivers it, he's obviously had it
in the chamber.
He's had it from practicing at home in front of the. What is this? Take a worm to work? No, work. Why the fuck would you be going to work? Idiot. Come on.
Early bird gets the worm. What is this part? First, I love it. First rule of the karate though is you have to build my conservatory.
It's a fucking great film. Great soundtrack as well. Do you know you know the song "You're the best around, nothing's gonna ever bring
and the
you down."
montage,
Right, the montage. That's I found that out in my research that it was between that and Eye of the Tiger for Rocky 3.
Oh,
And Stallone picked Eye of the Tiger. He just thought Eye of the Tiger was much better. So then Karate Kid, which is essentially Rocky with kids.
yeah. You go.
That's Karate Kid got.
When did I'm Turning Japanese come out? That should be in it.
Why? Because it's
I
just.
feel it would be so racist if you had a little montage of Daniel
Do you know what that song's about?
turning Japanese.
Wanking.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
If you think about the face
Oh
you
no.
make.
Oh no.
Yeah, turning Japanese.
No. I thought you meant like the eye of the penis.
If I read you,
That's what I thought you were going to that, which is way more racist.
if I read you the lyrics, right?
Is this like the Caesars jerk it out?
Turning. Well, that's more blatant, surely.
Yeah.
Turning Japanese.
Didn't feel like it was back in the day for me.
Meaning. So, oh God. One of the most misinterpreted songs of all time. Word was that turning Japanese refers to the Asian facial features people get at the moment of climax during masturbation.
That's another reason. Miyagi's not even Asian. He's a pedo and he's just constantly coming. That's Miyagi's from Detroit. He even says it. Miami is a mechanic from Detroit that had to get out of Detroit because he diddled so much. And he's constantly coming. He's turning Japanese.
He's wanked so much.
He's
turned Japanese.
His face is stuck.
The wind changed. Keep wanking like that. The wind changes. Your face will stay.
From Okinawa Street, Detroit. Okinawa Street, Detroit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's why he was fighting for the Americans. You know, he rubs his hands too.
Aye, listen.
He's like,
aye, come on, listen to this.
Did he not do the rubbing hands thing over his dead wife and kids?
It didn't work then.
It's not working.
Oh, Jesus. Right, listen to the lyrics of Turning Japanese by the Vapors, right? I've got your picture of me and you, right? So he keeps going on about, I've got your picture, I've got your picture.
God.
I'd like 1,000,000 of you over myself.
Oh.
Right? I want a doctor to take a picture so I can look at you from inside as well. Come on. This is dodgy as fuck.
It's like, sounds like he's wanking to like a colonoscopy. You know, the camera up your arse video?
Aye, I mean, that's...
Oh, God. That's so fucked up. It's so racist too, because who looks Japanese?
I know.
When they, imagine, this is what I do. Just before I come, I just put my hands up and do the eyes.
Oh, God almighty. I want a doctor to take a picture so I'll look at you from inside as well. Jesus Christ on a bike.
The little camera videos up the arse.
Fuck are these songs ever been massive hits?
I want to
That's
see your tubes.
That's like one of the most famous one-hit wonders.
Oh my God. Fair play to the Vapors, I'll tell you that much. The last thing I have written down here is, you know, when he's punching Miyagi, Miyagi's jumper has a target on it. And he's like, imagine Miyagi's like, what the fuck you keep putting? That's just my jumper. he thinks it's a target.
He was a mod.
Yeah,
He's just got a Quadrophenia jumper. The fuck you keep punching the target for?
fucking little prick.
Oh, God. But what a class film, honestly. If you don't see The Karate Kid,
It was good.
It's hilarious,
I
but
thoroughly enjoyed it. I realize now that how much I enjoy. Yeah, like I love blood sport. Anything where like a fighting tournament at all,
Oh, yeah.
where they don't try and overdo it.
Yeah.
Like that was just a straight up.
That's the first one, because
Kumitage.
normally with a fighting film, it's normally a training montage. That's the first one where it's ever been fighting montage.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. And he's well capable as well of fighting Somali pirates with a balance on the boat.
Yeah.
Do you know?
What the fuck
No
are you
need for that.
Somali pirates don't attack rowboats, for Christ's sake.
Well, you never know.
They attack battleships
I thought
and
it's
stuff.
a kind of a depends on a supply and demand. Like I reckon Somali pirates would get after a wee rowboat.
There is not a chance a
Well,
Somali
if there's
pirate
one on
has
the
ever
way.
hijacked. You've never got a Somali pirate has never got on like one of those rowboats in the middle of a loch or
That's the
a
best
boating
thing.
pond in a
That's good.
park.
Landlocked.
Just a couple out for a romantic sail, and the guy gets on and goes, "I am the captain now."
That's great. Chuck you off a dinghy and a whitewater rafting. Aberfeldy. I watched Cyborg after it.
Who's in Cyborg?
It's a Van Damme film.
Oh.
It's real bad.
I don't think I've seen that in years.
And I watched the Donegal film. They were not going to do it because it's just out.
Oh yeah, the one with Liam Neeson. I've not seen it at all.
It was all right. Very meh. It was very fun seeing a thing in Donegal, but I mean,
Aye.
Jack Leeson. Jack Leeson. He's King Joffrey.
Oh yeah.
He's back acting because he quit after.
I thought he hated acting so
did.
much after Game of Thrones.
He did. He did quit. I think he's
Aye.
back now anyway. But he's dressed as a proper like ginger William H Macy IRA man.
Aye, because he can never be very much like the guy that plays Johnny in Karate Kid, he basically only ever really played bullies.
It's like
He's
Biff.
got a good look he's got a good bully look.
Yeah.
But have you seen Cobra Kai?
Miyagi's only ever played Asians. That's Pat
I didn't know.
Do you know, like, when people used to do that, though? Like, you know, there'd be big blackface, and then there'd be, like, like Scarlett Johansson. Remember, she nearly took on an Asian part.
Yeah, she did. She did
She
Ghost
did.
in the Shell. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but you never see, like, Asians trying to be white in movies.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
There must be some example of it.
There's bound to be.
Yeah, there must be.
That'd be fucking amazing.
Have you seen Cobra Kai, the TV series?
No, never watched it.
It's really good.
Heard it's good, yeah.
It's really, like, the guy that plays Johnny. So it's exactly the same actors. The guy that plays Johnny is hilarious. He's a brilliant
Miyagi's
actor.
not in it, is he?
No, Maggie was dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He gets mentioned a lot.
Okay.
Anything that happens, Ralph Macchio will talk about Miyagi.
Yeah.
But it's
The guy that molested me all those
very,
years.
yeah. It's very funny because the way they set up the story is Johnny comes back to Hill Valley, and by this point Daniel's like a hot shit. I think he owns a car dealership, and he's proper hot shit. And Johnny comes back and basically is like, "You've no idea how much that tournament ruined my life. Like, he became like a fucking drunken bum and all this kind of shit." It's really funny, actually.
It's actually pretty good because he does actually twice, even though he's a bully and horrible, he does look horrified at your man Creef at 2 or 3 of the things he does. He looks,
aye.
He does look. It's good because he does look uneasy, which it would have been easy not to look uneasy. You could have met him just a complete bad guy with the other guy, but you see him kind of going like, and then that also ties into you're only as bad as your teacher, Miyagi.
Yeah.
So Creef, he's as bad as Creef only, but he's not really.
It's Crease. It's not Creef.
I was calling him John Creef the whole
No,
time.
it's not John Creef.
What's his name? Who's John?
John
Creef?
Crease. Creef is a place in Scotland.
All right. So John. So
Crease.
John Creef and Mr. Magoo battle it out.
What was I going to say? Nothing. Actually,
Good film.
Yeah, next week
Oh, we have a next week. I fucking forgot about this. I don't know why I did like an exciting.
we are doing right, and I honestly can't wait to do this because I think it will be so shit. We are doing
Oh no.
Sex in the City, the movie.
Oh yes. Oh god.
Oh,
fuck
yes.
me.
Described by Cosmopolitan
Yes.
as brilliant,
Yes.
and described by Glamour as fabulous. Sex in the City, the movie. But whoa, listen, if you think those were 5 stars, Heat magazine, Edith Bowman called it a classic. 5 stars, Grazia. So,
Oh, it was Berlusconi, 4 stars.
my God, wonder what Ebert gave this. So yeah, Sex in the City next week.
Great.
If
Big
you
fan.
are
This is gonna be
watching,
fucking-
if you are watching the films, fucking God bless you for getting through next week.
Fucking sex.
I've seen this fucking thing,
Have
and it
you?
is
Great.
god awful.
Great.
Roast battles next week.
We're doing the May 14th, yeah. I've had a battle drop out, so I have to fill it, and I'm like trying everything in my power not to do it
Aye, because you're judging. So
with you. Yeah.
aye,
We're judging.
there must be someone.
It's a
that will
good
do
line.
it.
It's a
Aye.
good lineup. It would have been better if them two, but they had to move to June,
Arseholes.
so we'll get it. So we'll get 2 more in, but be good crack.
Yeah. This weekend I'm hosting at the Glasgow Stand. If anyone's about, you.
This weekend I am in. I'll definitely have stories. I'm in Blackpool. Friday and Saturday, our spiritual home.
Yes.
Yes, I'm in Blackpool.
Always
Once upon a time in
Always
Blackpool.
fun. And as always, if you can be asked, leave a review or even just click. It's even you just click 5 stars. Honestly, it takes a second and it boosts us up. What's been lovely is tons of people are watching the Blade episode.
Great
The very
stuff.
first episode. Tons. And it's class because it's obviously getting shared or promoted somewhere. But it all helps if you just click the 5 stars, then it will massively boost up all the
5
recommendations. So all that stuff. If people we get recommended if people listen to film
think a lot
podcasts
of people
or
go-
comedy podcasts. Or
I think word of mouth as well is important for us because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't know that. I think they see sometimes they'll see a film podcast and they go, I don't know this film. I'm like, you don't really. You know,
No,
the
you don't
most.
need to. Yeah. Last
Miyagi's a
week-
pedo.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Like you know nothing
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
And they're old films. You don't get
Yeah.
We don't really. They're not old films. We'll get into some. We're trying to figure out a way.
We'll find our films.
Finding a way.
Yeah, because we need to find some kind of way where we can do like Oppenheimer and Barbie and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
But we'll figure it out. And also our Fringe tickets are both on sale. The links are there.
I'm at Lavery's next week actually. Before this, no, this will be out. Actually, no, this is going out tomorrow. No, I won't be there in time.
Right.
Oh no, yeah, the week after. Sorry, yes, I'll be in Lavery's next week. Not before the next episode. So if you're in that area, I know there's people around there.
Okay. So I go to that, and if you're about, then come and see us live. But apart from that, remember that pain does not exist on this podcast. Goodbye.